Hey guys, it's Coach Brian Nugent here for another great edition of Coffee or Tea with Coach B. And we got Kelly and Erik, but that doesn't really rhyme, does it? Kelly rhymes. Erik's a little bit off, but that's okay, right? What we got here, I'm drinking a bit of coffee, vanilla extract from Tim Hortons with artificial flavors. What exactly is artificial flavors? Like, my God. I don't know, man. It's a little bit scary, but boy, it tastes good though. Vanilla action. What do you guys have?
Coffee.
I also have coffee.
Yeah.
The way it's supposed to be drank, black.
Oh yeah.
Hot bean water. I disagree.
Coffee and water?
No, it's a hot bean water.
Oh,
It's got
okay.
a little cream in it. It's fine.
Yeah.
Oh,
Now, are you guys regular coffee drinkers?
yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
how many coffee would you have a day?
It's been one since, and then quarantine started and social distancing, and the caffeine amount has gone up a little bit. Big home with the family.
Oh yeah, even the kids?
No, they don't.
Because of the kids,
Because of-
coffee consumption gone up.
Oh man, well, it's good to have you guys today. Guys, we have great guests, Kelly and Erik, joining us today, and we're going to talk about health and wellness goals and how these two have been able to manage to be parents of 3 lovely kids and their busy lifestyles and how they get it done. So stay tuned and let's see how it all works. So guys, thanks for joining us today. So how'd you guys meet?
Summer students during university. We worked at the same place, and that's how it happened.
Yeah, we started talking just as coworkers, and now we're married.
Evolved some 13 years later.
Oh, wow. Oh, wow. So what university did you guys go to? Was it Canadian University, American University?
Yeah, I went to Waterloo. Kelly went to Peterborough.
Trent University.
Yeah, so there was a time there where there was either
Long
I had a
distance.
car, so I would drive back and forth, but Kelly was gracious enough to take public transit to get there to come visit me in Waterloo.
Oh, wow.
You made it work.
Yeah, it made it work. So you guys met in the university. So if you were at Waterloo and Kelly, you were at Trent, how did you guys meet in university? Sorry.
But-
So it was in the workplace. So you were on a co-op term,
Yeah.
Okay.
and then go and work there my summers. And that's how we met.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Beautiful. So you guys have 3 kids?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how old are your kids?
So 10-year-old Liam, and then Charlotte is 8, and Samantha just turned 6.
Oh, wow. Bing, bang, boom.
Pretty
Bang,
much.
bang, boom. Yeah.
Yeah. They keep us very busy.
Yeah. Wonderful. Wonderful. Okay. So Erik, let's start with you. Tell us a little bit about, what it was like being Erik growing up.
I don't know. I don't think there was anything.
Now,
particularly-
before I let you get into that, guys, just so you know, in Erik's bio, I found it quite funny, not in a bad way. Erik has lived in Pickering your whole life.
Yeah.
10 square kilometers. Everything has happened in 10 square kilometers for him in his lifestyle. So that was kind of cool. But yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I was born here. I've lived here my entire life. Like you said, within a few kilometers of the very first house that I can remember.
Mhm.
But growing up, both my parents had European backgrounds, so there was a lot of family events and strong connections to that European heritage. And I've spent summers back where my parents were born, and enough time there that actually feels like a second home. But other than that, my growing up was, I went to school, I played some sports, did what any other normal kid did growing
What
up.
sports did you play growing up?
Well, when I was really young, before about 11, I sampled everything, but mostly soccer. Played a little bit of baseball, some tennis, but predominantly soccer. And then around 11, 12, I decided I wanted to play hockey instead, and I played hockey pretty much until I went to university. And then when I moved back after university, I played men's league soccer for a little bit.
Oh, wow.
Now my physical activity is working out at the gym. A large part of that is we dedicate a lot of our free time to our kids and their extracurriculars, right?
Yeah.
The Liam's into scouting, Charlotte's into soccer, and Samantha's into dance, and that keeps us really busy, like we mentioned. So
yeah. Okay, Kelly, what about you? What was it like? What was it like being Kelly growing up?
Well, I grew up in Ajax, 2 younger brothers. So we were a very busy family, just in that we had a lot of activities and sports going on in our family. I was a competitive gymnast. And then when I left that, went into diving, did dancing, always doing basketball and track and field in school. And when I was young, a lot of playing outside with my brothers, like, street hockey, baseball. Like, we were always outside being active, throwing the football around. So a lot of physical activity growing up. And then, when I went to university, that kind of stopped. And then after university, going into, establishing that career and getting married, starting family, and physical activity sort of fell off the radar, even though it had been so much a part of growing up for me.
Yeah. Now, Erik, was that same for you, physical activity falling off the radar? Because you would have went through the same transition as Kelly, getting married, having kids, right? Was there a moment in your life when it fell off, or were you always consistently active?
There was probably a couple of years where I wasn't, but I don't think is to the same scale as what Kelly was just referring to. Like I mentioned, I played men's league soccer for a bunch of years.
You definitely did more.
So there might have been
you tried more.
1 or 2 transition year, and even then during that time I was just jogging more.
Yeah.
Right. So I never fully stopped.
Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, just not to the same level. So certainly it dropped.
Yeah.
But never fully stopped.
Yeah. No problem. So tell me, what does health mean to you guys? Like, why do you guys work out? What's the significance of working out? Why do you even bother come to Pickering Fitness and Wellness Center? Why are you guys even training? Because, I mean, let's be honest, there's a lot of people who don't work out. That's the majority of the population in this part of the planet. What drives you guys to get up and actually exercise? What's your motive? And obviously that could be different for the both of you. You can go ahead, Kelly.
No, I mean, part of having those annual physicals with your doctor and talking about your health profile, and the fact that there was no physical exercise in my life at all, other than work and running around with the kids, no activity. So we talk about, energy levels. You're feeling tired all the time because you're just going through the day-to-day activities, day-to-day grind. And, the doctor would be like, well, but are you exercising? Because exercising will give you more energy. And you're like, but I can't find the energy now. So how's that possible?
Yeah.
Right. So this constant thought about, but are you exercising? Where are you fitting that into your health? So I would say that was a big part for me in starting to look at, I need to incorporate physical activity on a regular basis and some sort of routine into my life. Because I've tried with exercise videos, that doesn't work for me. What's going to work for me? Yeah. And that's sort of what led me to Pickering Health and Wellness after Erik's experience there.
Oh, okay. So I want to elaborate a little bit on something you said there, Kelly, which was very, very interesting. Something I'm very familiar with, and there'll be a lot of people watching this. How do you get people who have no energy, who are like, because you hear that all the time, oh, I have no energy. How can I work it out when I need energy to work out, but I have no energy to begin with? What strategy, tips, or tricks would you tell somebody in that situation? Because there's a lot of people at that crossroad where they're like, well, wait, hold on here, doc. You want me to work out, but you need energy to work out. I ain't got no energy to work out, but if I work out, I'm going to get energy. I don't quite get it. Mm-hmm. What would you say to that?
I know that it sounds counterintuitive to get from something you're going to have to put a lot of energy into, but it really feels good once you get that workout done, because you're making healthy choices for your body. You're getting stronger, you're getting more fit. I don't know what to say other than it makes me feel good when I have it done. And I don't feel like it's draining more energy out of me. I feel like it is truly giving me more energy to go and do the things in my day that I need to do.
Yeah. Well, it's obviously factual, right? It's not a belief that's giving you more energy. You are getting more energy. There's no secret that exercise provides more energy. I'm always curious about how people get over that psychological hurdle of it being counterintuitive, especially if fitness and health and wellness is not in their domain. They never grew up with it really. They're never really experienced it. For someone like myself, I've always been healthy. There are people who've been healthy their whole lives, so they might not be able even to be able to connect with that. But I understand what you're saying. Okay. Eric, what about you? When it comes to health and wellness, what motivates you to, stay in shape, be fit, do what you're doing right now?
Just a general sense of well-being. We've read about health. There's a lot of information available. It's the information age on the internet, and a lot of the stuff I've read says that if you work out, you've got health benefits both mentally and physically that perpetuate into later stages of life. So for me, that's a motivating factor. The work I put in now, I believe, will translate into a better quality of life. Longevity, hopefully. That's not, I don't have a crystal ball. I can't see that, but I expect that it will help my well-being and my physical state for when I'm older. So, and then it just feels good. There's a lot of stress in the world today, and particularly now. And working out gives you an hour a day, if not more, if that's your thing, to do it a little more, to kind of check out of that stuff and focus on just doing what needs to get done, whether it's burpees, push-ups, or lifting obscene amounts of weights over your head. You get it done and you forget about all that stuff, and it does make you feel better.
Yeah.
It gives you a little bit of a boost. So all those reasons kind of wrapped up, and it keeps me going. And I think it helps too that as you were talking to Kelly about the motivation piece, we're doing it together. And I think that call it cheating if you want, but it helps because
how is that cheating?
Well, because I have somebody here, and it works vice versa. Like there might be a day where oh man, I feel real sore.
I would call that cheating. I'd call that beneficial.
I agree.
That's a better word.
We'll motivate each other.
Cheating is when you're doing something bad. You're doing something good. So you have a benefit, right?
Yeah. Like there's days where I'm not feeling it maybe, and he's like, no, let's go. Let's get this done. And so he'll call me out and hold me accountable, and I'll do the same for him.
Yeah.
I was chirping him today because I felt that maybe your burpees could have been a little better.
I don't know. It wasn't. You did chirp me at one point, but it wasn't over burpees. I can't remember.
What? So you guys obviously have 3 kids, busy lifestyles. You got kids in soccer, some in scouts, dance. I believe I heard. Yeah. How are you guys able to balance? What advice do you give to parents? Some parents can't even balance. Some people are not even parents, and they don't even got no damn time. Some people only have 1 kid. Some people only have 2 kids. You guys have 3 kids. What strategies, okay, we're looking for real bullet points here that you can provide to people, right, in regards to saying this is how you prioritize when you have a busy lifestyle and making exercise important. Obviously you made it important, we get that, right? But saying it's important and prioritizing it, that's not going to tell people how to do it. How do you guys do it?
So we've been doing this together for I guess over a year and a half now, making that important, going 3-4 times a week to the workout, fitting that into our schedule with the kids' activities. How do we make that happen? I mean, I think there's a few things.
Yes, please. We're very eager to know.
You gotta, we have to ask for help.
Okay, so ask for help. This is very important. Because there's people watching this and they're too afraid to ask for help because of maybe ego or pride. So ask for help is one, okay?
You have to ask for help. For an example, Eric's mother lives around the corner from us, and sometimes she'll prepare a dinner. And you know what? That's so helpful because then we know we've got a home-cooked meal on the table ready to go. Other things, be a little forgiving of yourself, because, you know, when you're running around with all the activities and responsibilities you have, your house is not going to be immaculate. The laundry's not always going to be done. And that's
How
just,
do you feel about that, Eric?
your garden's not perfect. And you know what?
Yeah.
That's okay. That's okay.
Yeah.
You gotta, you know, your house isn't going to be clean, and you're going to get all your workouts in.
Yeah.
It is
So
what it
ask
is.
for help. Be forgiving. What's the other thing you want to add in there, Kelly? Or are those the two things?
I think scheduling, like,
Obviously, yeah.
Communication.
we got a whiteboard where we put everything on the board. You know,
Okay.
here, you know, Sunday to Saturday, these are the things that are going on.
Yeah.
Because planning it out in advance means you can react to it a little bit better.
Mhm.
Because there's two of us, sometimes it's a trade-off. Okay, this is what I've got going on at work, and this is what's going on with the kids. So you can go on a Tuesday. I mean, we try to go together as often as much as we can. But even this week, for example, it didn't work out that Kelly could go to a class, so she went to a different class than I did, and we can trade off that way.
Sometimes it's a divide and conquer.
Yeah.
But again, if it's in the schedule and we're communicating about it, then that's how we make it happen.
Yeah. Okay. So what I got from that was ask for help, be forgiving, scheduling with the whiteboard, or scheduling in general, and communication.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's how we're making it work.
Okay. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's good. No, that's very important. So obviously, I mean, you know, working out is obviously a huge part of it. Talk to us a bit about, like, what does your guys' diet look like, nutritional intake? You know, how do you look at food? What's your relationship with food? Are you guys on a seafood diet? You know, whatever you see, you eat. Are you guys vegetarian, vegan, meat eaters? Talk to us about, you know, what is your eating lifestyle like? What you eat, what you like to eat, or, you know, do you guys have any type of structure with that whatsoever?
I wouldn't say there's structure, but I would say that we try to eat very clean and healthy. Lot of fruits and vegetables, a lot of whole grains, lean meats. So we do eat meats. But nutrition is really important to me. I feel better when I eat better. There's also foods that I can't eat. So, I mean, that helps me as well. I think you let me take the lead a lot on the meal planning. You participate in some of the grilling on the barbecue. But we eat healthy, and we think that it's really important for the kids to learn about what healthy eating is. We've got the Canada Food Guide on the fridge, so that they can see what, you know, a nice colorful plate looks like, and we sort of role model that healthy eating for them. They complain about it sometimes, all in moderation. They still get treats, but a lot of healthy eating for us, and it gives us more energy to get through all the things we need to do.
Yeah. Eric, would you want to add to that, or is there anything you want?
I think, like Kelly said, she has more, I guess, restrictions. She's or discipline. Yeah. She puts more care into that. So I definitely let her take the lead on that stuff. Not that I would eat unhealthy foods. Like, I would prefer to eat something that we bought and prepared ourselves than something that came out of a box. But I'll do that too. Like,
we've got our garden growing in the backyard, so with a little bit more time, I'm gonna try and grow our vegetables.
Have any of you ever been obese?
No.
No. Are you guys familiar with the body type ectomorph?
Yes.
Yeah, okay. So Eric, your body type's an ectomorph, right? So our viewers that are watching this, okay, so Eric has a very lean body structure, okay? He has lower fat cells, all right, than somebody like myself who's a mesomorph, or somebody who's an endomorph, right, who has a high quantity of fat cells. And, you know, usually they can gain weight very easily. Mesomorph can gain muscle very easily, right? So Eric, let me ask you a question for the ectomorph body type. And Kelly, what would you say you are? Would you say you're kind of the same too? An ectomorph, where you can gain weight, but you don't gain it as easily, you know, as somebody who struggles with their weight all the time? Or would you say you gain muscle very easily? I would say you're probably like a tweener between an ecto and a meso.
Yeah.
Yeah, tweener. Okay, so now with that said, I'm going here with this. I find that people who have lower fat cells, okay, who can eat what they want, doesn't mean it's healthy, but they can eat what they want and get away with it. Do you guys find that you have challenges, or you eat whatever you want because you know you're not going to gain weight, like maybe Susie over there who can gain weight just thinking about the wrong food? You feel what I'm saying, Eric?
Yeah, and I think that's probably changed a little over time.
Yeah.
I don't think I can get away with
No.
what I did in university.
No, not me either. After 30, I was done.
Yeah.
So working out certainly has that that element of interest for me as well.
Yeah.
If I were to eat pizzas all day, I would gather it around my midsection for sure. You know, that beer gut would come.
Yeah.
So that's part of why we try to eat healthy as well.
Mm-hmm.
And if I have a bad couple of weeks where I'm really not watching, I would start to notice it. I'm sure I would.
Yeah.
Yeah. Got you. Okay, good. No, that's good for clarity, because there's a lot of people who have, you know, that body type. They are ectomorphs and they eat whatever they want. And it doesn't mean they are healthy. They just, you know, optically they look healthy, but doesn't mean internally.
Right.
Good. Okay, so what type of influence? I mean, obviously you guys are making these healthy choices. You're working out, you're eating right, you're scheduling properly. That's fantastic. You have 3 kids. Have you guys noticed, are you able to identify with your 3 kids that are 10, 8, and 6, any type of the values that you guys have adopted that they are picking up on when it comes to your eating habits or even lifestyle choices when it comes to health and wellness?
I would say sometimes you'll hear the kids say something about food. You know, maybe that it's they know it's not healthy, but they're going to eat it anyway because they're kids, and it's you know, it's kind of candy or chocolate, and they want it. So I think there's maybe seeds there that will that will maybe make it easier when they're older to go, aha, I get it now. I think with, you know, all of them, they understand what burpees are and stuff like that. And we notice with
push-ups, planks.
Yeah, with all of them, they can do those things. Not that they necessarily like it, but I'm sure you've seen too where they'll participate in some of the warm-ups and things like, but they don't have the desire yet to stick with a full 1 hour session, right? And that's fine. They're kids, right? Like the stuff that we're doing, I wouldn't expect them to do the same workouts that we do. So I think, yeah, it's kind of seed level right now.
And I think just that, like, watching us have that discipline helps when they're going to their activities as well. Like you go and you give it everything you got for that hour that you're training, and then you're done.
Got you. Okay. So you guys have been pretty focused, which is good, right? You've been pretty consistent. Now, Eric, I believe you started with me the first time, might have been 2017, I'm guessing, like the first time you came, you're a 1 year sabbatical, then you came back, right? What challenges do you guys face when it comes to trying to be consistent? Because, I mean, let's be honest, right? You know, nothing's every cookie cutter. I've been working out my whole life. I've been involved in fitness. I'm over 40, and I want to say this is all I know, but I know it quite well, you know, but there's always challenges. You know, we got a new one on the way, right? Brain's like, oh shit, man, how are we going to pull this one off? Right.
Yeah.
What external challenges have you faced where you're like, okay, this is a bit of a, whatever you want to call it, distraction, right? Or something new coming in. How have you been able to handle that and still stay on course?
I mean, those external distractions, I think, would be, you know, when work's
a big one for a lot of people.
When work is just really, really busy, or, you know, when the schedules and the kids' activities change. And again, it's just for us going back to that scheduling board, going back to that communication about how we're going to get our workouts in for the week. Because, you know, every day Pickering Health and Wellness offers various classes, various class times. So maybe we're not going to do a usual evening one. It's going to be one of us is going to get a lunchtime one in. But again, it comes down to that scheduling and that communication about when things get busy and work gets busy and the kids' schedules are busy, about how we're going to get those workouts in.
Good. There's almost like a summer schedule and a fall schedule.
But then tournaments start on the weekend, so that sort of eliminates some of the weekends workouts. So it's like, okay, how are we going to get in our workouts?
That's right.
I guess there's no tournaments this summer, eh?
No.
Oh, this is a unique summer for sure.
This is a unique summer for everybody. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely. Okay. So what has Pickering Fitness and Wellness Centre done for you guys, would you say, if you had to sum it up for you and your family? Or I don't want to put words in your mouth.
I mean, for me.
And that could be the people. It could be the crazy coach.
I love the people. I mean, the people are fantastic. And the people push me to work harder. I think a lot of times when I feel like I don't have it in me and I'm running out of steam, they're like, no, let's go, let's do this. And then it pushes you to keep going. And that's what I need. And that's why I'm able to continue to focus on physical fitness. This works for me. But I mean, in terms of giving me more energy, giving me more strength, more endurance, more confidence, a better sleep at night. Those are some of the ways in which, you know, this has really benefited me.
Erik?
I think a lot of the same points. I'll reiterate the point about when life is getting pretty crazy and there's a lot going on. This is an hour to kind of shut all that off. Because when you're focused on getting through what it is we do in class, you don't have the capacity to think about those other things. You got to think about
in the moment,
you know, the demand makers or the thrusters or whatever it is that you're doing. That's what you got to focus on. And I find that really helpful for me. And I agree with Kelly's comment about the people. I love when, you know, there's a couple of you out there, you know who you are, when you're chirping at each other, that friendly chirping.
I'm just gonna love a shout out. Those guys, they're always looking for their claim to fame, those two. I know.
Jim and Sean there. Like,
there you go. Oh, they feel better now watching this interview. They're like, my name was said. Okay.
Yeah.
I love it. It's sometimes a challenge when you're trying to do like sit-ups or something like that, and you're laughing through it because it makes the move that much harder. But yeah, it makes it a lot of fun. The people are people are really great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Okay, so you guys have been together how long?
Married 13 years and together, I don't even know how many more years before that.
16.
Yeah.
Okay, so you guys would say you know each other pretty well?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, good. All right, so I'm gonna ask some basic questions. And, you know, obviously I would expect, you're going to bat 1,000, no problem. All right. And essentially we're going to see how well you know each other. Okay. Erik, we'll start with you, buddy. What's Kelly's favorite color?
Green.
Oh my God. Wait.
I don't own anything green.
I know. For clothing, you'd say black, but
that made me lightheaded. Oh God. Okay, so Kelly, what is it?
It's black. I know it's not a color, but it's like the kids would tell you it's black. Yes.
Okay, Kelly, what's Erik's favorite color?
Blue.
Erik, is that true?
I wouldn't say I have. Yeah, I like blue.
Okay, one for Kelly, 0 for Erik. Okay. Oh man, that was funny. Okay, here we go. Erik, what's Kelly's favorite TV show?
I guess right now it would be Sweet Magnolia.
Don't admit that. Nothing.
No, what type of show is this? This sounds like a naughty show.
No.
Sweet
No,
what?
nothing.
Uh-oh.
It's like a Hallmark show. That is not my favorite show.
It's not even watching. We watched one called Mythic Quest recently that I think we both enjoyed. I don't know that we have a favorite.
Yeah,
It's just
Okay, what about one of all time? No? Kelly, does Erik have a favorite TV show?
I would say Game of Thrones was enjoyable. Yeah.
we enjoyed
And
that.
something that we watched together. It was enjoyable for both of us.
All right, fair. Okay, I'll give you an easier one. Okay, Kelly, what's the color of Erik's eyes?
Blue.
Okay. Erik, is that true?
Yes.
Okay. And Erik, what's the color of Kelly's eyes?
I would say hazel.
Yeah, hazel? Okay, good.
Yeah.
All right. Erik, what hospital was Kelly born in?
One in Ottawa. I don't know.
One in Ottawa.
Was in Ottawa?
I was born in Kitchener-Waterloo.
The same place you went to school, Erik.
Yeah. Ottawa?
No, I remember now.
You put on the body.
Oh, God. Okay, Kelly, where was Erik born? What hospital?
Ajax Pickering.
Yeah, that's easy. She knows I have.
Erik, I think she knows a lot more about you, buddy. Okay. Oh, God. Okay. What food, Kelly, can Erik not stand? What's a food that you know?
Not stand.
Yeah, like a food he hates.
Ooh, that's hard because him and I we're not picky eaters at all.
But I mean, there might be something like on a pizza, you're like, oh, anchovies, yuck. I don't know.
You know what? I make salads with blue cheese and you don't love blue cheese.
Yeah, does that sound fair, Erik? Is there a food you can't stand, Erik, or would you say it's blue cheese?
Not really. There's nothing that I can't stand. Blue cheese isn't my favorite, but I would eat it.
All right. Okay, cool. Yeah. Erik, is there a food that Kelly can't stand?
I mean, she avoids sugary things, breads.
Yeah, I know, but we're talking about something like, like a little bit repulsive, like
Yeah,
not like something you don't like.
I know. I just can't. I don't eat.
Yeah, like I don't like anchovies. Like, well, you know what I mean? Like some people just can't stand, avocado because of the texture, whatever. Right. Kelly, is there a food you can't stand or no? Kind of like
I can't think of
we've got pretty adventurous palate.
No problem. I got an easy one for you guys. Erik, what's Kelly's astrology sign?
Aries.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, Kelly, what's Erik's?
Virgo.
Okay, good stuff. And if you were to make a pizza, last one, if you were to make a pizza, Kelly, what would Erik want on it?
Lots of meat and more meat.
We try again. I think we try all kinds of different pizzas. Like we tried one the other day that had artichokes, roasted red peppers, I think chicken. That one was really good.
Yeah, we'll try new. But you tend to like meat.
Yeah, for sure. I mean, I would definitely. I'll put vegetables on there, but I like to have at least one meat topping. Yeah. Like when we order pizza or when we make pizza, it's not consistent.
Yeah.
Like we'll change it up.
Okay. Now, Kelly, is that Erik? Would you say Kelly has something she would like on her pizza, or it's just whatever? She just likes whatever on there. Or would you say you have a particular pizza style you like? But Erik
loaded up with more.
No. Huh?
She'd load it up with more vegetables, I think.
Yeah.
Like I got vegetable first.
Yeah.
And even forgo having like a chicken or a ham or something on there.
Okay. All right. Well, Kelly, I'm glad you know Erik. Erik, I want you to get to know your wife, okay?
Okay.
Listen.
All right, guys. Well, first of all, I want to thank you guys for joining us today. Coffee or Tea with Coach B. This was a great interview. You provided a lot of insights and strategies about, how to be healthy and be well. You got 3 kids. You're doing an amazing job. And I hope that people who are watching today, that they were inspired, right? And they learned some strategies and tips of how to improve their life and their family's life. Erik and Kelly, I want to thank you for joining us. Coffee or Tea with Coach B. Oh, hold on. Mine is empty.
Yeah, mine too. I got to get a refill.
Yum, 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 yum. Thanks, guys.
Thank you.
Thank you. See you later.
Take care.